Hi friends, a long time ago I had promised that I was going to do a tutorial out of this palette right here called the Cloud 9 palette from Colourpop. It's a very neutral palette and it's kind of on the lighter side. It does have some great colors to darken up with, and I always kind of create this same look with this palette, but it works so well and it's so easy. And I definitely wanted to give you the beginner tips that I use to make sure that your eyeshadow turns out every single time and how beautiful it is. So I have one eye already done. First of all, use a good eyeshadow primer. Don't forget it, because it's going to take down all the discoloration across your eye. If you have any veins, or like me, you just have darkness, you need something to take down that discoloration. This one is in the color Light. Remember, I do have a number system, and everything that I talk about will be going up on the screen right here as a number corresponding to the product that I have. Remember the number, go down into the description box and find the number. You'll find the product there and any color that I do use. All of those links will be down there, and all the jewelry that I have on, earrings, the top that I have on, everything will be listed and linked down there for you as well. This one was called Averell eyeshadow primer, and it's waterproof. It just works so very well. Now I'm going to set that eyeshadow primer down with just some setting powder. A tiny bit of it goes a long ways in this step right here. Now the brushes that I use, I feel like those are important in this process as well, because a good brush can make or break whether or not your eyeshadow looks good. If you have any of these that are close to these in your already makeup brush collection, I mean, don't worry about going out and purchasing new brushes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the Rephr 27 brush. Now this is quite a fluffy brush, a little bit rounded on the top right there, and I'm going to start off by going into the color right here. That is a nice transition color, very neutral color. And I'm just going to load up that brush. One thing I want you to remember is tapping off your brush might not be enough, because you don't want to go in with too much too soon. I always dab into the palm of my hand just a little bit. Now, I work kind of in a straight line. You guys that have been with me and seen my tutorials before, I work in a straight line, and I kind of work in kind of circular motions with a little bit of windshield wiper in there. But I like to do circular motions so that, and by the way, my mirror is right here, so you know that I'm not ignoring you. It's just my mirror's over here. So I work in these little circular motions back and forth in as much of a straight line as I can get, because this real estate right here, which is the hood of our eye, if you have very hooded eyes, it really is important to work in that area, not down in the crease. What's nice about this brush is it's going to work both. It will go down in the crease a little bit, but more than anything, it's going to stay above the crease, and you're going to see the shadow that is on your actual hood instead of your shadow disappearing. So I'm going to load that up one more time, and you can see how that is already beginning to really define the eye. So that is what everybody calls your transition color. I'm going to use the BK Beauty brush. I do not know what the number is. It'll go up on the screen. This is an angled brush, and this brush works perfect for setting down that outer corner and really trailing up the eye look. I'm going to go into the dark brown color here. It's almost like a slate brown color. And you can see I'm really loading up my brush. I'm going to tap this one off a lot, and then I'm going to tap into my hand, and then I'm going to go down into this corner, and I'm just going to wiggle this back and forth, kind of up and down and back and forth at the same time, because what you want is you want that corner to deepen, but you also want it to go up onto the hood. So just trace up on that hood a little bit. This brush will do the work for you. I am here to tell you this is one of my favorite brushes, and then you can turn it the opposite way and just make that flick out to the edge, so you're pulling your eye look up. Spend a second, and I've got this dry towel right here, and just clean off the brush. So we're not depositing any more color. Now we're just going to blend to our heart's content. Blend it until you feel like you've got enough on there. And maybe you don't want to go this dark. Maybe you want to stay lighter. That's okay too. Now blend the two colors together with your original brush. right there on the outer part. Next is just all about your fingers. And I'm going to use this second to darkest color, and this is a shimmer color. And this color right here is going to go on my lid about half of the way in. And I'm just going to pat that on with my finger. Beautiful color. Again, take your angled eyeshadow brush, blend those two outer corner colors together, and then blend on top with the original brush, just to give it a feathered look, gradient look right there. Now I'm going to take my finger again, and we're going to go into, I just cleaned it off in this towel, we're going to go into that light, almost beigey looking color, ivory, whatever you want to call it. It's quite bright. And we're going to tap. Actually, I like to tap with this because if I swipe, I get a little bit too much. I'm going to swipe some, but I like to tap more than anything. And just be precise. If your hands shake like mine do, then, you know, tapping is always nicer. And you can see how that just immediately pulled all three colors together. And you can go a little bit over on your eye right there at the lash line if you like to. Then take the original, or not original, then take the angled brush, bring everything together, feather it out, then take the original brush and go over everything. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Moira eyebrow pencil and I'm going to put a little bit in the waterline right here. It's a flesh tone. I'm just brightening this up. And then I'm going to take my Sigma E30 pencil brush. You've probably seen that brush a million times too. I'm telling you, once you find the brushes that you love the most, your eyeshadow just becomes so simple. And I'm going into the deepest color, which probably looks black on camera. It is not. It's a deepened navy with tiny, tiny little flecks of blue in there, little tiny bit of glitter in there. And again, I'm just tapping that one tap into my hand to take off excess. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start here in the outer corner and I'm going to back and forth to paint that color down. And I will not take it any further than halfway under the eye. And then just flick it up towards the outer tail of the brow. I've laid the color down, so now I'm going to take the color off of there so I'm not putting more color on. And I'm just going to smudge this until it gets to the desired effect of what I like. You can smudge it a lot or you can smudge it a little. Just depends on what you like. Go back in with that angled brush and sweep everything towards the tail of the brow. That way we have this lifted look and our eyeshadow is absolutely done. That was easy, right? You guys can do that, no problem. Now I'm gonna take a second and show you how I do my eyelashes. My sister came a weekend or two ago and we were talking about doing makeup. I did a full makeover on her, and she's 70. And one of the things that she loves the most about what we did was learning how to curl her eyelashes. And I don't ever think about that with you guys, but I'll tell you how I curl my eyelashes. I always make sure that my eyelash curler is clean because that's one of the things that I think, you know, can make your eyelashes clump together. The other thing that can make your eyelashes clump together is if you actually have skincare on your eyelashes. And just like we sat down the lid with this little brush right here, which by the way is BK Beauty and Nicola Rose brush, and it is the N14. So I just take this brush, I put it down into some translucent powder, and then I will fluff out my eyelashes, being careful not to touch the eyeshadow. Just paint my eyelashes with that powder so that that separates. So now I'm going to go at the tip of my eyelashes. I'm going to start at the tip. I'm going to put them in the curler and I'm going to curl the tip. And you know, you can count to 15 or 30 or whatever you feel like you need to do. And then I'm going to go in at the base of the eyelashes and I'm going to curl them. And one more at the tip of the eyelashes, and then one more at the center. So I do it 4 times. Yes, that might be excessive, but if you want your eyelashes to stay curled all day, you might really think about this. I mean, there are some people that do great lengths to keep their eyelashes curled all day. This does the trick. Now, you're already asking, where's the eyeliner on the top? No eyeliner on the top yet. I will show you that in just a minute. So Maybelline, Falsies Lash Lift Mascara. Love this mascara. I have been wearing it for years. It's one of the ones that just gives me lush, beautiful lashes. Go down to the root or the baseline of your eyelashes and almost touch them with this mascara and then begin to build the length. That way, we almost look like we have liner on the top, but we don't. We're building the lashes. You can touch the top of them or the very tip of them. Be careful to get each single lash. Spend some time with your lashes. Sometimes we get so rushed with mascara that it doesn't look good, and the reason is because we haven't taken enough time. I'm somebody that, yes, I still do like bottom mascara. This mascara does not smudge on me. It doesn't leave any dots on me. Now lastly, but absolutely not least, is the fact that I will tight line my upper waterline or my upper lash line. And I have found this fantastic Hypno Drama, I think it's called, from Lancome. This is such a good liner. 24-hour Drama liquid pencil. It's actually a kohl pencil, I believe. And this one is in the color Eiffel Diamond. It's a very deepened color that is almost black, but it's kind of on the gray side, and it does have a little bit of glitter or shimmer in it. It doesn't really show when it's on your eyes, and believe me, it doesn't transfer. I've got a hair, rogue hair on the move. What I do is I will just look down and I will paint into that upper waterline. Now let's see if you can tell the difference in the two eyes. So this one is done with the eyeliner. This one is not. What do you think? Do you think it needs it, or do you think you could get away without using it? You tell me. I like it because it saves all of this valuable real estate that we have on the actual lid of our eye. Take a flat paddle brush. This is the Angie Hot and Flashy one, and I believe it's the A505, and just go into that inner corner and put a little white in there. And this is a white matte. Brightened it right up. And you can use matte or you can use shimmer in there. That's totally up to you. But it did just brighten that up tremendously. All right, if you have any questions, leave them down below for me. These definitely are my game-changing tips for the mature woman that loves to do eyeshadow, even if you're a beginner. Hope you enjoyed it. Gonna put another video up right here. I'll do another eyeshadow tutorial for you and put it up right here. Love you guys so very much. Come and see me in my next video and we'll be together. Take care. Bye-bye.